Yes, thank you for coming. Yes. Yes, this is the Raider Nation report. Yes, Commish is in the house tonight. Yes, line is to the right. Yes, ma'am. Looking amazing in that silver and black, I must say. Yes, VIP is to the left, sir. If you give me your name, I'll check, make sure you're on the list. Yes, you have to be on in advance. Weeks in advance, sir. Yes, line is to the right. Yes, Raider Nation report tonight. A lot to talk about.
What's up, Raider Nation? And what's up with these fucking Texans all over this draft? Like a fucking bad case of herpes. Go away. Damn. Oh, in my ear again, motherfucking Texans. I'm back. What's up, Raider Nation? We're back. Throw them stars if you feel so inclined. And of course, become one of the cool kids. We got our YouTube chat up over there on the YouTube. We do got the simulcast going on YouTube again. And we're waiting. The next Raider is coming. I was able to get back on here live with you guys. What's up? I know, Steve, my brother, we were on here, been talking about Drew Sanders and to see him go to the fucking Donkeys. I know Michelle's pissed. We were just talking about Drew Sanders. He was one of the guys high on my quarterback or on my linebacker draft board, and he was in my top two. I had him and Campbell from the Hawkeyes. Unfortunate, but here we go. We're on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the clock. Let's see what we get this go round. No whammies. Let's go.
Hello, National Football League fans. Hello, arch enemy, Kansas City Chiefs fans. Congratulations on your Super Bowl victory.
Raider legend, getting ready to call it out here.
You know, in the National Football League, they have a saying called next man up. They say next man up. And so I'm here representing the great and late Willie Brown, one of our great players, Hall of Famer. And Willie's tradition was to always remind all of you, each and every person out there and those watching on TV, to remember what's coming up in the next week or so. Mother's Day is coming up. Willie Brown took great pride in encouraging all National Football League fans and all the television audiences to remember your mom. Remember your mom. With the 70th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Byron Young, defensive tackle, Alabama.
All right. I like it. I like it. There we go. There we go. Defensive tackle out of Bama, Byron Young. I like it. I like it. I can dig it. I can dig it. There we go. That's swinging where we needed to be swinging now. All right, that's swinging where we needed to be swinging on the defensive side of the ball. Not, I didn't understand the pick before that at tight end, but is what it is. We've moved on. So I will look at the draft class as a whole before I go making my full assessment on it. I like to see their whole plan. I understand you got to bob and weave. You got to go with the ebbs and flows of the draft. So Byron Young, the newest Raider from Bama, defensive tackle. I like it. That's 2 additions to the defensive line. I like that. That's solid. That's this is positions of need. Still need that linebacker, and I still think you need to come back and add more to your cornerbacks. I know you've added corners in the free agent market with Long and Shelley, and you're going to lean a lot on Nate Hobbs this year, but I still think you need to add in possibly a splash rookie into that, and I really want to see a linebacker coming back around here at pick 100. Pick 100 and pick 109, I think you could still hit linebacker and corner and make this one hell of a defensive turnaround in the top of this draft. I think that's where you need to go. What are your thoughts on the picks? What are your thoughts on the picks? Shane says the tight end pick is great. Waller can stay in the Rhapsody. Now, I'm with you, Shane. I'm with you. I want to make a clean discernment between what I'm saying about the tight end pick is I like the kid Mayer. I think he can be a solid addition to the team. He's automatically probably the plug-in starter at the position. I think he jumps in right over Austin Hooper. I just don't think you appropriated the funds possibly of your draft properly in going for a tight end at that position because I don't think tight end was that high on the position of need with what you already had and how you're going to use tight end this year. You're not using tight end like you used to use Waller and Jared Cook because you didn't have the other weapons. Now you've got the other weapons. You need to use a tight end as a tight end, and we'll see. We'll see. I just think maybe misappropriated. I don't think he's a bad pick. I just think maybe misappropriated. I don't think they needed to trade up to get him. I would have absolutely think Mayer would have been there at 38. I don't think you needed to jump up to get him. I think you could have stayed there. I just think you went linebacker there. You had Drew Sanders available still. You had a plethora of linebackers on and top corners still out there. I think you grabbed them there, and then maybe you see if he's still there with the other pick in the 3rd. But now I guess you're playing that gamble game, I guess, now with defense. I like this pick. It's a position of need. It's a position of need. The assessment of the player, we'll have to wait and see what they do on the next level. It's hard to assess. You're looking at minor league football tape, but we'll assess the player. Byron Young, the next up, Bama. So you've went edge rusher, tight end, defensive tackle. Chris, I agree with you, brother. I think corner or linebacker would have been. That's where I think you should have went with the 2nd pick. I just don't think tight end was that important. I don't think he's a bad addition to the team. Like I said, I would call it misappropriating the pick. I don't think he's a bad pick. It's just I don't think you should have took him there, considering where he ranks on the position of need. Who do I think we should go after with the next pick? The next pick is round 3, pick 100. This is the one you got for Waller. I would like to see him go linebacker, man, and I'm not even sure, without having to go look at the board, who's the top linebackers left. Most of the linebackers I had on my board are now gone. Drew Sanders was the last one that I had at the top of my board. I was hoping he'd still be there. But, he was still there at 38. I was amazed he was still there at 38. I think we could have took him, man, and that could have been a linebacker that can cover the pass and play in pass coverage. That's what Drew Sanders was, and he had the twitch muscles, and I don't know. I think you got to go linebacker at 100. I wouldn't hate you at corner, but I think you got to come back with a corner or a linebacker here. You got to come back with corner or a linebacker here. I agree with you, Corey. Every pick is always a gamble. That's why I'm saying go. I'm looking more at position. I'll lean on their assessment as being better than mine because obviously they put more time into it and they've seen him up close. You know, I'm leaning on them for assessment. Jeez Louise, you're like my fucking wife over here, Joseph. Come on! like I'm just sitting around, I ain't doing nothing. I'm watching the fucking draft. Give me a break. This fucking guy.
Somebody call security.
Pulling my legs like my fucking kid. Linebacker at 100, corner at 109. I wouldn't hate it, Steve. I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't even hate if it was the other way around. I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. I've got a busy night, obviously, going on. Hold on. I love the guy, but he's being a social media diva, posting little things like a child, in my opinion. Who's this? Who are we talking about? What am I missing? What do we got going on out here? Oh, Jacobs. I was guessing. I was gonna guess. I'm torn on Jacobs. Because I feel the burn for Josh a little bit. Something's coming up, man. They just freed up money. I don't know if you guys saw. We just put the post up on the Raider Reaction page. They have restructured Chandler Jones' contract, freed up money. I like that. That takes a little stress off of Jones, I think, a little bit, too. The adding in of Tyree Wilson. I think you can get a lot out of Jones. I think you're expecting him to carry too much load, I think, coming in this last season. I think if you move him around a little bit, you got the other two playing the bookends. Maybe you can move him around. Maybe he helps out a little in linebacker. Maybe a little bit of your outside linebacker a little bit. He can move around a little bit. You can flex him around. But there has been some money freed up, so it's but the Josh Jacobs situation, man, I feel the burn for Josh. You know, last year, the new regime comes in, they look at Josh's resume and they're like, nah, we're not fifth year in you. You're not a franchise running back. You're not that guy. And he's like, dude, I basically just carried this team to the postseason last year, which he did. The large reason they went to the postseason in 2021 was largely because of Josh Jacobs. So you see, it helps the team carries this dumpster fire to the postseason. Big part of that. They're like, nah, not gonna give you the fifth. Then he goes out, overproves himself, best running back in the goddamn league, completely fucking blows all projections out of the water. And that dude just wants a contract, just wants the fucking franchise to show him some love, give him some, pay me 2-3 years. Pay me like what I am. And they're like, nah, can you do it again? Can you do it again? And then maybe we'll talk. We'll franchise tag you. Let's see if you can do it again. You know they ain't going to franchise tag him again the next year. And you know they're probably going to cut him loose. So now you're going out. You don't have you're expected to go out in one of the most dangerous positions in the National Football League, putting your body on the line. You know they're going to beat the shit out of you again this year. They're going to try to run you into the ground again this year. You've got no security of a fucking deal beyond 1 year. You're putting your body, your career, everything on the line again for one season. I understand Josh should be pissed as a motherfucker. He's not a diva. I don't think he's a diva. I think he's mad. He feels slighted. He feels fucked. He got raw done with no Vaseline, man. Play the song. Play the song with no Vaseline. That's how they've done him. So I get it. I understand why Josh is mad. And I feel sorry for Josh Jacobs. He is one of my favorite fucking Raiders. He is one of my favorite Raiders right now. And if you ask me right now, I was going to put this up after the draft on Monday, but I'll go ahead and put it up now. Who do you think the greatest Las Vegas Raider is? Las Vegas. Since they've came to Las Vegas, who's the greatest Raider? To me, it's Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs, to me, is the greatest Raider that has played in Las Vegas. I think it's Josh. He's just constant. He's always there. And, dude, he just had an all-world year. These are the type of players you got to pay, man. You got to pay him. It's just silly, man. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's absurd. Got to pay that man. Got to pay that man. I like the pick here. I like the Byron Young pick, defensive tackle. I like the first pick, Tyree Wilson, edge rusher. A lot of people had him as the top edge rusher in the draft. I question the Michael Mayer pick only because of where it happened, not because of the player. He is possibly the top tight end in the draft, so I think he is a solid addition to the team. I would like to welcome him to the team. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm not poo-pooing on him as a player. I just think maybe that pick was misappropriated because I really think linebacker is still much more of a position of need when I'm looking at Robert Spillane and Divine Diablo as the top of your linebacker tree right now. That's where my concern's at. So I will be back later. Raider Nation, and jump in for a wrap-up of this whole evening. But I just happened to be have the time available to jump on right before that pick. So I took the opportunity and jumped on. So thank you all for joining me again for a little live pop in there for live reaction. Pick 7 of the third round. Pick number 70. We are waiting on now pick 100, that Waller pick, backed up by 109. I think you can do some damage with these two picks, man. These are bang bangs. I think you can do some damage with these two picks. And I think you can really help load up on defense. I'll be back with you a little bit later. Until next time, I'm out. Raider Nation. Peace, love. Raider Nation.